stayed alive this long, all these years. Fear. The spectacle of fearsome acts. Somebody steals from me, I cut off his hands. He offends me, I cut out his tongue. He rises against me, I cut off his head, stick it on a pike. Raise it high up so all on the streets can see. That's what preserves the order of things. Fear.
Okay, thanks for coming to my review on Present Toys New York Butcher, based on Bill the Butcher from Gangs of New York, my favorite villain in movie history. And this is a review for the first time where we're going to do two separate figures that don't come in the same box for Bill the Butcher. One is formal wear Bill the Butcher, and then the other one would be like the combat wear Bill the Butcher. And the reason why I'm doing this is because they share the same accessories, they just have different outfits. I got both of them, and I kind of just want to weed through it to help you guys pick which one you would want to get, if not both. So here's a full shot of Bill the Butcher in the formal wear. And this isn't the title that they gave it for the actual figure, this is just how I differentiate. They really don't have different names. But he comes with a really nice suede-like coat and formal attire. And then here is the combat wear Bill. Good full shot of the trench coat, the combat wear underneath with his little leather cap that he wears. This is from the first scene in the movie, and I'm kind of leaning towards this one as my favorite, but we'll get into it a little further.
What's in the box?
In the box, you'll receive two right hands that hold items and two left hands that hold items. That could be the hat, the butcher knives, the club, his pipe, scotch glass, etc. And then you're going to have a pair of relaxed hands, which most 1/6 scale figures come with. Then we're going to move on to the pig head and the top hat. The pig head also has more accessories connected to it, but you'll get the top hat, the scotch glass, and then the little white pipe. It's a little hard to see. And you'll get the club, which actually wasn't Bill's weapon in the movie. It was a weapon he took from the sheriff. And his butcher knife set, which is fantastic. It's my favorite accessory in the bunch. And then you'll get the little tag that you put on the pig's head, which you'll see here. So you're going to stick this little paper tag that says today. I guess the B stands for Bill. That means it was killed today, I guess. And then a little nail that you stick in it. The nail's easy to put in, just don't force it. And on to the butcher knives, which I know this is a bold statement, but might be my favorite weapon accessories ever for a figure. Reason being is that they're all metal. And solid metal at that, not like the crappy metal. And they're full tang, so they go all the way through the handle, which is pretty amazing considering the size of them, and every single one of them is made extremely well. They're a little pointy, so be careful, but they're solid. And then we go to the stand, which is pretty standard with the crotch grabber. It holds the figure well, zero complaints here. I'm very happy with these sculpts. I love the left side one with the smile, that sarcastic Bill the Butcher smile with his squinting eyes, and then on the right you have the combat Bill the Butcher. I love the leather cap. I'm glad that it's not a separate piece because I think it sits on the head perfectly, being molded into the head sculpt as opposed to a separate hat or something like that, which probably would have looked really goofy. But I think both head sculpts capture the likeness of Daniel Day-Lewis, and they look exactly the way they should. So I was really surprised at this jacket for the formal wear. It is very suede-like. It's really well made. It has a lining on the inside and it's super soft. The vest is very silky, and the shirt, which is on both figures for the formal wear and for the combat one, is like a linen cotton. It's very nice. The pants themselves are pretty typical material, kind of soft cotton. Both of them have this. The combat one right here that you see also has like little leather shin guards. I don't think it's real leather, it looks like it's pleather, but same thing with the accessories belt for the butcher knives. But everything else is put together very nicely. They use different material for the vest and then for the linen shirt, which is nice, and it all fits together really well. Sorry about the background noise, rookie mistake, but I really wanted you to hear the sounds of these knives, the metal knives hitting each other, just so you can see how real they are. Definitely the best accessory. So in the movie, whenever Bill smiles, it almost is like someone that isn't human trying to act like they're human when they smile. And I feel like they captured that in this head sculpt perfectly. It has that great sarcastic look in his eyes, and if you like this part of Bill the Butcher's character, you're gonna love this head sculpt. Then there's also the combat head sculpt, which I think they've really got the essence of Daniel Day-Lewis's face from that first scene in the movie, where he has that little scowl and he's kind of looking through his brows at Liam Neeson across the battlefield. So if you want that version of Bill the Butcher, this is definitely the head sculpt you're going to want to go with. They really messed up the top hat. They put seams on the front and back. The part that's cloth on the hat is actually hard plastic, and the inside's hard plastic, and honestly there's a huge concern about rubbing off paint on the actual head sculpt putting the hat on. I was very disappointed they didn't put the eagle glass eye in the head sculpts. I felt like that could have got it up to almost a 10 out of 10. And it was something that was feasible. In case you don't know what that is, here's a clip from the movie so you know what we missed out on. The trench coat for the combat version is kind of garbage. There's no lining on the inside. You could see through it. It's paper thin. There's no wires. Versus the other one that is basically suede, has a nice lining, and immaculate.
Oh boy. Okay, so this one definitely has a better face. Like, it looks more like him. But that one has a better mustache. I like the red coat better. Like, this just kind of looks like, I don't know, it's okay. I like his pants.
It is a little flimsy.
Yeah. This is a 2 and this is a 3, just because he has a bow tie. And I don't know, the hat works better on him. The hat looks more insane in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all insane.
But the one in the red coat would be the one that would be allowed in the living room?
No.
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 2.5. I guess you're going back to the cave, Bill. Bills. So if you're a huge Bill the Butcher fan like I am, you really can't go wrong with either one of these. With this formal wear one, you're going to get the butcher knives just like the other figure, and you could do some of the poses from the movie where he's in his tavern cutting up meat. You get the trench coat that is really well made, and you could pose it like it's blowing in the winds. Plus you get a head sculpt that is in the majority of the scenes from the movie. I was able to replicate this scene from the beginning of the video, another one of my favorite scenes, but I had to buy the American flag on eBay. With the combat one, you're going to get the same accessories, but to be honest with you, if you bought both figures and you sold the accessories for one, you could make some of your money back. I don't mean to be a devil on your shoulder, but just a thought. I like the head sculpt better on this one because I like that scowl and I like how he's looking through his brow. It reminds me of the opening scene with Bill and then the final scene where he fights Leo. And those are two of my favorite scenes. So it really just depends on what you want to pose on your shelf. The hat here I think is better on the combat one, but it doesn't fit the head as well. The formal wear one, the hat fits better, but it's not as cool. So it's really just a matter of preference. What's my final score? Formal wear Bill, 8.3. Combat wear Bill, 8.0. With a combined score of 8.15 top hats out of 10.
This is a night for America!